currently working on Dr. Bees! Hello and welcome back to ShotBlast. It's been a while. It's been a long old while, and that was because it took me forever to finish my last cartoon, Trilby Dogtooth versus the Snapper Chap. There's a shot in that cartoon, for example, where Dogtooth picks up a half-a-chewed tin can, which he shoots with his catapult at the creature. And I think that had 95 animation frames in the end. So that's 95 drawings I had to create and shade and color and lip sync over the top. And it took way over a week for just a couple of seconds of animation. That's why the whole cartoon took so long. But that's not the kind of animation we're doing today, folks, because we're back in the realm of Dr. Bees, baby, where it's limited animation and nothing moves. The limited animation style of Dr. Bees is a direct homage to the 1960s Marvel shows, where they'd actually take comic panels from the comics and do the barest minimum amount of animation over the top just to bring them to life. And similar to that, it's also kind of a parody, pastiche, whatever, rip-off if you want to call it that, of shows like Clutch Cargo, where there'd be even less animation, and to fill in the mouths of the characters, they wouldn't draw anything, they'd have real actors come in and do the lines, and then they'd overlay that after the fact, and it gives a very creepy, scary look to the animation. We're not going to be doing that thing today, but we are going to be drawing our mouths by hand. Or maybe we won't be. Let's find out in the new episode of ShotBlast. It's Dr. Bees in the Beemobile! There we have it. That's the lead-in to the shot that we're going to be working on today. And as you can see, I haven't drawn the mouths yet. That's because I haven't recorded the line properly yet. Don't worry, we're not going to clutch cargo this thing, but I have to do some more recording firstly. So this leads in to our shot we'll be doing today, which is, ta-da, an empty, badly scribbled street corner. But that's not the gag. The gag isn't that it's empty and Dr. Bees hasn't arrived yet. Dr. Bees is going to be in the shot, but I thought it would be kind of fun if we built the shot up over the course of today's episode and sort of delayed the gag a little bit. So firstly, I'm going to get an open up Toon Boom and turn my scribbled New York street corner into the finished background. I'll get to it. And we're back, and our background's done. It's fine, you know, it gets the job done. This is Dr. Bees, so the pressure on the artwork isn't particularly high. Of course, the next step is putting in the Dr. Bees Beemobile that the whole focus of the shot is built around, and I only have a vague idea of what I want it to look like. Something very ridiculous and sort of overdone, maybe with like a big bee butt on the bonnet or something with the wings sticking out. Maybe the wings would be sort of out around the back. I'm thinking of those insane superhero toy cars they'd sell in the 90s, like the Spider-Man Spider-Mobile or whatever. A thing he would totally need, you know, a guy that can swing around rooftops. He'd need to amble through traffic, so of course he'd need a car. I'm going to move over to Toon Boom now and finish up my design for the car and get it drawn. And there we have it, the reveal of our design. It's very impractical, it's very ridiculous, but that's pretty much what I wanted. You'll notice I've zoomed in our background a lot so we get a close-up on the car, and I sort of did this smeared, stretched thing to the side of the background there so we get this whip pan over to it for our reveal. And also, you may notice when we zoom out to see the full background that I've added a little bit of spin here on the car wheels as the car pulls away. And you may be wondering, Harry, why is the car pulling away if Dr. Bees has just arrived? Why is he suddenly leaving? And maybe I haven't been completely honest and forthcoming. This is in fact not the Beemobile. We're going to crash zoom out as the car drives away to reveal Dr. Bees arriving in the actual Beemobile. And to do that, I'll need to animate a Dr. Bees walk cycle first, and then we'll go in and sort of create the rest of the vehicle around him. Let's get to it. Stepping on a beach, do. Stepping on a beach, do. There we go. So, it still took quite a long time, even though I used so much of the same body, just copied and pasted over and over again. I actually used this old stock pose from the first cartoon because, I mean, Dr. Bees, he's a rigid, kind of stiff guy. His expression never really seems to change very much anyway. So I can go ahead now and color these in and incorporate them back into our shot. And the dock is in the shot. As you can see, I took our colored animation frames and actually looped them so we have the walk cycle take the dock all the way out of the shot. But there's still a big piece of the puzzle missing, which is how does the dock actually get into the shot? If this is not the real Beemobile back here leaving, then what is exactly? And I tried to delay the reveal, but the time is now. We're going to get into it. The real Beemobile. Oh, it's nearly ready to show you. I just need a few finishing touches such as sound effects and also the film grain and film damage overlaid on top of the clean animation to create that kind of grimy 1960s look, which is vitally important to the retro feel of Dr. Bees. And it's also important that I thank you, my supporters who have continued to keep me going through long projects like Trilby Dogtooth and animating a new Dr. Bees, and who have supported the creation of extra content like ShotBlast, which is now a supporter exclusive, as will be much more similar content to come. You guys are my heroes, and I think it's important that we point out our heroes.
It's Dr. Bees in the Beemobile!